Dear students, we have learned about relational database model, and today we will try to highlight some of the issues or some of the constraints or some of the things which you should take care while designing a database in relational database model. So let's have a scenario. We have employee ID, employee name, its address, and social security number. So this is one relation that is perfect because each tuple of this relation is denoting one particular employee, and the next tuple is denoting the next particular employee of the company. However, now we want to include job history of each employee associated with each employee that consists of such attributes as job title, secretary, office, manager, floor supervisor, a job identification code like unique to each job, the skill code associated with each job, the department in which the job exists, and the period during which the employee held the job in terms of a starting date and termination date. And we use asterisk as the termination date if the job represents the employee's current position. So we want to add all of the things which I have highlighted in this slide in this relation. So let's try to put all of the things in this relation. So here we have the same relation which was on the last slide, and then we have added job ID, title, skill code, department, start date, and term date. And this asterisk means that this is the current job of this employee. So what kind of issues you can see in this particular relation? One of the issue is the data is redundant. So for example, in the previous slide, one tuple was denoting one particular instance of the employee. However, here you can see that the employee who has employee number 25X15, whose name is Joey E. Baker, address is this, SSN is this, he has held two jobs. First job was F5, its job title, it was floor manager, skill code was FM3, it was in the sales department, and it started in 1st of September 2009 and it ended by 30th of September 2010. So this one tuple is denoting to one employee. If we say this is wrong because the next tuple is again telling about the same employee. So it has the same ID, same name, same address, same SSN, but the different job. So now the data is redundant. So for example, if this employee leaves your organization and you want to delete this employee, then if you delete, for example, this row, even then this employee existed into your database. And if you want to change the name of this employee, you need to change the name of employee at two different locations. So for example, you change the name Joey E. Baker with another name over here. Still your data is inconsistent because the name of the same employee ID has not been changed at all of the locations. So there should be a possibility that each employee should be stored at one tuple, each job should be stored at one particular tuple, and the assignment should be stored separately. So this means we have designed this relation wrongly. We have put the employee information, the job information, and the job assignment to employee in one relation. So we should try to eliminate things in a bit more easiest way by breaking this into multiple relations. And then there is another very important point. For example, if you want to delete the job ID, for example, the job ID D7. So if that job ID is done by only one employee, and if you delete that employee, this job doesn't exist into your data, which is not the case, because job is always existed into your data. This might be the case that that job has not been assigned to one particular employee. So let's try to resolve this. So we have one relation related to employee, one relation related to jobs, and another relation. Here we have used the employee ID, job ID, and start and term date, which is the assignment relation. So we have divided the parent relation into three relations. So here you can see that redundancy has been resolved, because the Joey E. Baker will only be stored at once position. So this is the same table which we were discussing 2 slides back. And then we have made the job relation table, where job title, skill code, and department. And then we have tried to integrate both of these into this relation. So it has removed all of the anomalies to add, delete, and when you want to delete jobs, etc. So for example, if you want to delete an employee, you will delete from here, and the job will remain in this relation as it is. So let's summarize today's module. We have learned some design issues while designing the relational database model, design model, and we have raised some issues that what need to be take care, and then we have discussed that how to resolve those issues by aggregating and by presenting only the relevant information in one particular relation.